Hello and welcome back to Macro Day right here on Scriptcase by Jamie. And today we are focusing on the SC button or BTN delete macro. Now this handy little macro checks if the delete button has been pressed within a form application. It is an essential tool for managing conditional logic based on your user actions and interactions, especially when you need to handle specific tasks before or maybe after data has been deleted. So let's explore this macro, enhancing control, of course, over your user interaction. So today's macro is the SC button delete. And just like that, we add it into our Scriptcase application and we have then that macro power in our hands. And the purpose of the SC button delete, well, it determines if the delete button has been clicked within a form application, making it pretty useful in the various scenarios where you would maybe need to execute code or validations before allowing a record to be deleted. So maybe you need to delete something else or check something or do a cleanup before the deletion, whatever you need. And it's really as simple as that. And how to use this SC button delete? Well, this button, as I said, it's a simple button, very short and small, very powerful. Also allows you to detect when the delete operation has been initiated by your end user. And this then enables you to perform additional actions or checks maybe after the deletion. So the syntax and basic usage is, well, it's here. It's right here. That is all it is. SC button delete. That is all we need. Now, it's important to note that the SC button delete returns a boolean as true or false. And it will be one or the other and never anything else, false or true. And then with that, we can then maybe display an error message. So we can say if, for instance, and I say my if here, and then in here we can say, well, we can add our SC error message in here, and we can display the user an error message, whatever that is. So I'll add in here error message. There we go. And then in here, our if statement, we add here our macro. And then by placing that in there, we can then action when the delete button has been pressed. We can perform something else. So for instance, taking this maybe a step further, and there I have a bracket too much, I see. And taking this a step further, we could maybe add some extra conditions here where we have the if the button has been pressed, and then if maybe a status. So we could say if the status equals then whatever it is that we want to equal, and if not is, and then just like that we can say our status, say equals whatever our status is, protected maybe, and in that case we could display an error message, and then cancel them out. And then that way they wouldn't be able to maybe delete what they are trying to delete, or maybe you want to protect it for whatever other reasons. Now, there are other reasons, of course, and some of those may be those little linkages you have in your database table. There are other ways to perform that. So be sure to watch those videos here on Scriptcase by Jamie, because this is where you learn it. Okay, so with this, it pretty is a very basic demonstration on how you can verify whether your permissions or the logging or whatever it is you've got going on between your application and data and this application, when you click then that delete button, you maybe want to perform something else or not allow them. With this simple little macro, you can apply it. So if I take this macro, for instance, and I come here into a form application, so let me find here a form. Here we have a form. And if I run this form, we have here our form application, and we have here the save and add new. We don't actually have a delete option here, so that's not very helpful. It's probably hidden here already. And here we have an alert. So there we need to actually pay attention to the alert, and there is no delete button there. So we do need the delete button in the form. Of course, I could have just gone and added it within the toolbar. And well, if this form doesn't have it, maybe I'll add it now. So here we have then our other form, and there we are. It's pretty much the same form, just without the alert. It has the add new, save, exit. There is just the delete option here for the image, but not for anything else. So if I come here to toolbar, and then here within the toolbar, I can then also add the delete button, which is here. And then just like that, now if I run, it will now give me the delete button. So it's just like that, we add the delete button in here. Now, if I come here to the events, and then here, say on validate, for instance, I would then want to check if the delete button has been pressed, and I can check maybe here, what fields we have here. We have category, and if category then equals beverages, then we are not going to delete it. So that's what we replace here, beverages, and then let's double check the field, and that is category ID. And then if category ID equals beverages, and then here on validate, if I change then the category, it's actually number 2. It is not actually, because we have the category name there as well. So we need to change the category ID to number 2. And then if I go ahead and run that application then with then the category 2, because of course I just deleted number 1, and I click now the delete button, it will now tell me I can't do that. It's displaying an error message instead. So I can't actually delete the condiments category ID 2 just because I have specified that here using this SC button delete macro. Now, how powerful is that, right? So this SC button delete macro is pretty useful in form applications where data integrity as well as conditional logic are pretty crucial to your data or applications. It allows you as a developer to build in those safeguards to prevent accidental or maybe even unauthorized deletions, ensuring the application behaves as expected under those various conditions that we put them under. Okay, so that is all there is about the SC button delete macro, and by integrating this macro, you can significantly enhance the security and robustness of your form applications. So think about that one, providing your users a better experience as well as data management. So if you found this tutorial helpful, as usual, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you are watch next week Friday's macro video, because every Friday here on Scriptcase by Jamie, it is macro day. So leave your comments below if you hate them, if you love them, if you want more, if you've used them before, if you want to maybe apply this macro in your next project. Well, let me know. Let's have a chat about it. Share your experiences, and of course, always stay tuned for more Scriptcase tips and tricks right here on Scriptcase by